Thank you. Drew's going first.
Can we hug it out first?
Just got me too. Folger was in the military, which is awesome. I read an article the other day that was titled, "Army Attempting to Reduce Divorce Rates Among Soldiers by Training Them to Not Marry Strippers," which explains why Folger is a single father.
Drew is a Mormon, and he's proof that vaccines should be mandatory. And it just makes me wonder, like, if you didn't get vaccinated, how did you get your autism?
Folger is just like Folger's coffee. He's the bare minimum of what you want to wake up to in the morning. And only poor people get him.
Drew hasn't always been a Mormon. He tried to be Catholic, but even the priests were like, "We don't like butt sex that much, dude. Take it down a notch." I guess it all started when you found out on your missionary journey that there aren't any no soliciting signs on people's back doors, huh?
Folger looks vaguely Jewish, but isn't at the same time. He also lives in northern Idaho. I'm pretty sure he looks just like the dude who snitched on Anne Frank's family.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up. You're so fucking white. Where do you get your clothes, dude? Proud Boys or Us? The only time you're so white, the only time you wash your hands after going to the restroom is if you saw a black guy in there. For the comics that know, Harry and Phil, they're both competing at Seattle International Comedy Competition right now. And the only reason Drew wants Phil to win is not because he's funnier, but because Drew thinks black people are actually demons.
Folger served in Iraq, which means he's a hero. It also goes to show that heroes can also be giant pieces of shit.
I don't get a lot about you, Drew. Like, alright, I've been single for 3 years, and in that time I probably kissed more dudes than women, but you still make me the second gayest comic in Spokane. Okay? And Lonnie is here tonight. I don't get it because Mormon chicks are so hot. I saw a Mormon chick the other day so hot I wanted to jerk her dad off just to see where she came from. What kind of back-asswards people are going to go on a 2-year missionary journey to somewhere super exotic and then come home and marry a white woman? Like, the only logical explanation is that you got a huge dick. Mormons must have huge dicks. It's like Pinocchio, but it grows an inch every time you discover one of your false prophets' lies.
Folger's stand-up act is a lot like Bill Cosby's. Just a lot less funny and a lot more roofies.
You must jerk off a lot. You've probably fired off more wrist rockets in one day than I did my entire year in an Iraqi porta potty. What I'm saying is you spilled more seed than Michael J. Fox filling a bird feeder. You spent more time inside a crusty sock than you have being homeschooled. Like, it makes me want to look up the browser history on your computer, but I'm just kidding. I know Mormons don't believe in computers. It's just they don't know how to use them. The only thing that Mormons know how to do on computers is press Control-Alt-Right.
The worst part about the Iraq War wasn't the genocide committed by Saddam Hussein or the unnecessary fighting. It's that Folger survived.
So you don't watch like any TV shows or anything, huh? Like you've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones because of all the violence and language? Well, spoiler alert, it's pretty much the exact same thing as a Mormon church, just not as much incest. What is it? It must have really sucked to see Mitt Romney lose to Barack Obama and made you guys really wish that you let your women vote, huh?
Sure, I'm Mormon, so I have magic underwear. But judging by Folger's mustache, I'm pretty sure he holds onto the dirty underwear of 12-year-olds.
You're so white and sex deprived, the only reason you didn't shoot your school growing up is because there would have been nobody left to make your bland pancake and Rice Krispie breakfast the next morning. Also, you wouldn't have been able to steal any more of your mom's pills.
This is my last one. Folger looks like he's a pair of baggy sweatpants and a unibrow away from ending up on that TV show, To Catch a Predator. The only reason he won't end up on that show is because you need at least a 3rd grade reading level to chat up a 12-year-old girl online.
You're a Seahawks fan and a Mormon. You think that all Mormons would root for the Cowboys because they're the only other ones who could beat the Redskins. Like, we get it. You don't have to tell people you're a Mormon. We figure it out. Wait, did I say Mormon? I meant virgin. You look like Sean Penn made out of silly putty. You look like the Hamburglar lost his mask. I wanted to Google some jokes before we got here, so I Googled lame white virgin Mormon and it just sent me to your Instagram. So, and I'll leave it on this. You don't drink alcohol or coffee or soda, so how the fuck do you people roofie 14-year-olds so much?